I mean, there's one game where I did get yelled at. And
There was one.
2 seconds later.
Should we go over that story real quick? Let's go over that story real quick. So here's the story. We're at a game, right? We're not going to release too much of the details, but we're at a game, and obviously we're sitting, like on the bench.
Mm-hmm.
Kitman Moy is right there next to me in the gaff.
Yeah. Well, you guys were standing at this point because you guys
Were
were a
we
little
standing?
bit ahead. Yeah.
Okay, so we were standing. It was closer to the end of the game. I would say there was about 12 to 15 minutes left.
Something like that.
Right? So close to the end of the game. It's a very, very tough game, and we're winning 2-1. 2-0.
1-0.
1-0?
1-0.
All right. You know the details more than I
1-0.
do. Regardless, we're
Corner
winning by
kick.
1. We're winning by 1.
One guy passes it to the other header.
Oh,
into the
so
goal.
you have a photographic memory now at this point. All right, so did I scream at you that bad that you remembered exactly all the details from that
I
specific
remember
scene?
everything. I remember everything. So I got up. Hold on. There's a foul, and the ball gets kicked towards our bench. We're winning 1-0.
I'll let you tell your version of the story first.
Okay. So there's a foul, and it's kind of on our side of the field. We're winning 1-0. Ball gets kicked towards us. I was already getting up to give somebody a water bottle when the ball gets kicked like right at me. So I quickly just get the ball. I look up, and I see one of the players start to do a run down the sideline. And I was like, oh, they're going for a quick play. So I threw it back in. And as I'm throwing it back in, I'm getting yelled at. And I look over, and it's Javi, and he's like, what are you doing? Stop that. Sit down. So I sat down, and I was like quiet for like 2 minutes. And then he like turns around, gives me a hug, and he's like, I'm so sorry.
So, there's a reason. So that's your version of the story, obviously.
Yeah.
I totally understand your version of the story. You're not a coach, and I understand. Now I'm going to give you the coach's perspective, right?
Yeah.
It's a very, very tough game. A game that is going to dictate whether we're probably going to win the season or not, whether we're probably going to win the championship. We're up by 1 goal, as you stated. We're up by 1 goal. And at this point, there's, like 10 minutes left. And the other team has got more possession of the ball. Mm-hmm. We're doing all right, but we're trying to hold on.
Yeah.
And we're away.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we don't have like home field advantage. There's a foul, and the ball gets kicked out of bounds. Right? Now, what do you do in this situation? When you're up by 1, playing away, the other team has more possession, you're trying to hold on in the last few minutes, you let it go. Yeah. You let that ball roll as far away. Yeah,
it's true. You waste time. Yeah.
You let the ball roll as far away as possible, and then you let the ball boys do their job. The thing what happened was, Moy, for some reason, as the ball goes out, it comes right in between you and me.
Yeah.
It came like right in between you and me. So if I wanted to grab it and kick it back, I could have grabbed it and kicked it back. And it goes between you and I left it and I let it go. And you run like sprinting like as if we're down 1-0.
There was no sprint. There was no
sprinting.
I was already getting up.
Grabs the ball and throws it back on the field. So naturally, I'm like, so I turn around, and obviously we're in the middle of a game where I'm like tunnel vision right now. I'm focused on this game because we have to win. And I remember just turning around, and there may have been a curse word or two. I will admit this. There may have been a curse word or two, but I turned around and I was like, "What the are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Why would you pass a soccer ball back when we're trying to waste a little bit of time here?" And I remember your face. I remember your face was like eyes wide open, like, oh my God, what did I just do? Like,
I mean, I've been yelled at. I've been yelled at before by you, but never that hard.
Never like that, because it was in the heat of the moment. That's why. It was in the heat of the moment. That's why I yelled at you. But then you sat back down, and you were literally like sat back down like a little kid who just got yelled at like this. And I turned around back to the game, and it wasn't even 2 minutes. I think it was like 15 seconds.
No,
it was like 10, 15 seconds.
A while I sat there
That's
quietly.
what I do remember, because as soon as that happened, I realized that, like, obviously you didn't know exactly what you were doing, and then you explained it to me later as why you passed the ball back. So I turned around, and I'm telling you, it was 10 to 15 seconds. I realized it pretty quick. I turned around, and I gave you a hug, and I was like, "I'm sorry, Mo. I didn't mean to yell at you. I didn't mean to scream at you." So at least I apologized.
Yeah.
At least I apologized. And you saw it from my perspective as well as to why I had to.
I mean, in my defense, I saw a player running down the sideline as soon as they were like setting up. He ran down the sideline.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Oh, he's going for a quick play. We can make it 2-0 right now."
No. But the guy who got fouled was still on the ground because he knew like, oh, I should probably take a little bit of time, relax, break down the flow of the game.
Yep.
So, but I saw it from your perspective, but I mean that's why you saw it from mine as well.
Yeah.
And it was just obviously one of those really really intense games at that level. I was really really focused, so I kind of let loose on you a little bit. But then like I said, 10, 15 seconds. I apologized. I gave you a hug. I told you I was sorry. So, and you were still like a little kid. You were still scared. But that's the story.
After that day, I've never touched the soccer ball again.
That's the story. And Moy still has not come back from that. But you and I, for the most part, we have a pretty good relationship.
Yeah.
So it all works out. And for the most part, if I'm yelling at you, it's with a little bit of banter. I'm never really 100% serious, just with a little bit of banter.
Can't take him serious.
You just said earlier in this podcast that I was like super serious, and the players think I could never joke around and all.
No,
this.
the players think you're serious.
We're gonna get one of the players on the podcast.
Players think you're serious. This guy.